David Ambroz, so delighted to see you from LA. Thank you for joining the Invisible Americans podcast crew this time.
Wonderful to see you and be with you.
Well, this is the first time we're doing video for our podcast, and I'm hoping we're going to see Luca in the background, your baby boy, at some point or another. And for those who don't know, the Invisible Americans podcast, we do the podcast. We also do public conversations, otherwise known as summits sometimes, public conversations, and we do volunteering. And I was telling you about the last time that I was at the West Side campaign against hunger up there, drop-off at 86th Street for people when people come. I was on a 10:45 a.m. shift. And when I got there, the announcement was 1,000 people had already gone through the line. The food pantries in this country are absolutely crying. And so for all of you out there who see this, these are people who are feeding our babies. There's just not enough food to go around. And you understand food insecurity. So, we have small volunteer teams that we go to the food banks, as well as, the other podcast and public conversation work that we do. But one of the things I'm so excited about is the work that you are doing in LA. Talk to us about that.
I will, but thank you for the work that you mentioned. I grew up in New York City and my family were in those lines. And I think we use words like food insecurity and it somewhat dims the truth, which is people are starving. And 1 out of 4 kids in this country are hungry. We have a hunger crisis, and I think we need to say what it is, which is we are not providing for these kids. And if the kids are hungry, what are the parents eating? Because I know very few mothers in this country that would eat before they feed their children. So
Precisely.
Thank you for feeding people like me. I'm in LA, and I love Los Angeles, the city of angels. It is my love. I love New York City as well. I don't have a favorite. Don't tell LA, but in this city, we have a tsunami of homelessness. It is everywhere you look. It is in excess of 65,000 people sleeping on the streets of Los Angeles, more than 1,000 of them being children. And we don't have to live like this. Every year in LA, hundreds of foster kids emancipate from the county system into homelessness directly. And so I've been working for, it feels like forever, but more than 15 years to build what I call a foster dorm at a community college. So instead of emancipating kids to no skill, no job, no education, and homelessness, we truly extend foster care to give them a 21st century education and hope, and most importantly, housing and healthcare. And it is something we are doing in Los Angeles. It's a model I hope that goes across the country.
Right. And with you at the helm, I know it absolutely will. We always brag about you, with your Obama White House, honor and all for everything that you've done, and the stories you tell. I know New York City, you and your family lived in the New York City subway system when you were a small child. And the reason you know about foster care is that then you went in the system. And in your book, A Place Called Home, you describe the horrific things that happened to you there. So I am so glad that you're working on the dorm. I agree. The kids need more support. So best wishes for all of that as we go along. We've got a terrific show today.
Thanks for being with us. Be sure to check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get to see our faces while we talk and discuss poverty.
Yeah, and I'm really loving this, new growth. I know you, David, you have a 2-year-old baby, so that's why, but it's looking really good. You can also find more information about our guests, and we have show notes and all of that, and about the podcast and the other events and volunteering that we're doing on our website, theinvisibleamericans.com. Thanks for being with us today. We will see you the next time.